Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me and thank you so much for choosing to spend your time with me and watch this video. This video is the last video of this series of junk journal. Today we will be making cover. As you can see, this journal, it expanded quite a bit. There is a lot of pages, there is a lot of room for anything you wanted to store. This was the last video with the expandable packet and really simple page. So now to wrap this all together, we will use few different items. Let me put this to the side. So we will use cardstock. This is actually chipboard, I'm sorry. This is chipboard 12 by 12, which I'm gonna have to pre-cut this to size. I will be using fabric. I have little ribbon that I purchased from Dollar Tree. I think this will look beautiful right against this. I am planning to use this, which is natural cord, and I think it will match very nicely with all of this. So I'm not sure what I'm gonna make with this, but I know I will use it. So I bought this one also from Dollar Tree, I believe. Now to glue the fabric to our chipboard, we have some options. We have Craft Gorilla Glue, where I think this is really nice because you just spray it and you can glue your fabric to your project. If you don't have this, you could also use tacky glue. This one is also meant for crafts and it adheres to just about anything, definitely to cardboard and a fabric. If you use this one, you're gonna need some kind of spatula or something because this is really thick. It is really tacky glue. So you're gonna have to spread it and kind of smudge all around the chipboard. I think I'm gonna use the spray. I think it's gonna be much quicker for the video purposes. So the way we start this, I'm gonna put everything else to the side. We will start on measuring the chipboard. So to measure the chipboard, I am gonna just lay it flat and match up. It doesn't have to be exactly one side, and then wrap it around to the other side, and as you can see, the size is perfect, just about. So I am not gonna touch the width. We will use the whole entire 12 inches of the width, but we will have to wrap from the top to the bottom, and we know that our pages are 8 inches. I am gonna make the cover just a slightly bigger to give me a little bit maneuvering room. So I'm gonna do it 8 1/4. So also many of you asked me how I'm cutting my chipboard. I showed you before, but whoever did not see it, this is what I have for my chipboard. So we will cut the chipboard to 8 1/4. And just to show you the tacky glue, I think I have that open. I know I used it before. See the tacky glue. When you actually get this out, you should have cardstock or something to kind of smudge this and to make sure that all your piece is covered in this tacky glue. Since I won't use the tacky glue, I will spray my entire page. But before I do that, I will fold it in half and make just a tiny crease. I am not forcing this, but I want to know where the middle is. So when I take this and I put it right here, I would be able to stretch this and cover the entire piece. And as you can see, I have a little bit of this sticking out, but that's okay. This is going to be easier for me to work with. So I'm going to keep it as it is, just so I can stretch it. And then I will just trim this off. And let me remove this so it's not in a way. So let me put something on my board and I will spray this. Okay, so I sprayed the board. I gave really healthy amount of glue. And now I will just apply the fabric right on top of it. I will kind of squish it to make sure that everything adheres and it's nice and straight. Just like that. So now I will just trim off the fabric all around. And you know, with time it might fray a little bit, but I personally don't mind that. I think it will just give a little bit character to our junk journal. It will show that junk journal is being used. It will show the age of the junk journal. So this is the reason why I really don't mind. I use these scissors on the paper, so it's not that great for the fabric, but it will do the job. Okay, so here is our cover. And it doesn't look like I got enough adhesive in here. So I will just use a little bit of that tacky glue. We want to make sure that this is all glued. Okay, I think this should do. And as you can see, this is the reason why I'm using something underneath. I just don't want to ruin my board. And as you can see, the fabric is fraying a little bit, which I think that's perfectly fine. Okay, let me wipe this out. Okay, so here's our cover. We can wrap it in here. But before we do that, we need to use something for the closure. And I think because this will keep on expanding, we will use ribbon to close it on this side. So I have this black stripe ribbon, which I think it would be perfect, and I think it will go nicely with this cover. So this is what I'm gonna use. So I don't know how much of it I need. I'm gonna cut a healthy amount of it. And to make sure that this adheres really well, I will use double-sided tape. Now, if you have wider tape, that would be perfect. I don't think I have wider one, so I will use what I have. And I will position this just about on the middle. Just to make sure my entire ribbon will be covered. So let me squish this. Okay, and here's the ribbon on one side. Just cover all of this double-sided tape. So let me turn this around, and we're gonna do the same thing on this side. And I am not putting this so close to the edge. I want to make sure that this will be really holding well. So this is the reason why I'm going a little bit further with that ribbon. So approximately parallel to the other side. Okay, let's make sure that this adheres. Okay. And here we have our ribbon. Right now I'm not doing anything with that. I will adjust the length as we get closer to it. So now we need to glue our cover. So I am gonna start with the back. And for this, I think I will use this tacky glue. I used it before. I used to make little purses, fabric purses with the chipboard, and that really works really, really great. So let me just squeeze this out. And I am going to put healthy amount because I want to make sure that this is really glued. I will use some of the chipboard to kind of spread this. And let's make sure that all the edges have enough glue, because we really want this to stick. Okay, I think that's enough. So now we will place our notebook right on top of it. Just like that. So now we will do the same thing to the opposite side, right here. Okay. Let's make sure we spread this all around. And again, I'm paying attention to all the corners, all of the edges. You really want to make sure that this all will get glued. So now we will fold this over. Now I'm stretching to make sure that all of it is covered. Just like that. Now check if you got any glue seeping around the edges. Just wipe it out. As you can see, I got plenty in here. And this is the portion that I'm gonna have to trim it, cut it off. But anyway, So now I will leave this and I will put my heavy book right on top of it to make sure this is really stuck and glued. I will leave this for a few hours and I will be right back after it dries and we will finish this up. Okay, so the cover, it seems like it's just about dry and I am really happy how this came out. But now we will work on some decoration. So let me put this to the side. And now I will use some of this tape. So you can use any tape. I know that they have similar tape in Dollar Tree. This one we bought few extra rolls. We were painting, so this is why I got this one. So I will just put it down and I will just tape this just like that. All right. So now I will use this cord. So basically I'm trying to get this cord stuck into the tape. One string by the other, just like that. So I want it pretty tight. I don't want to see that blue tape from underneath. Just like this, as tight as I can. Just like that. So now let me just cut this. We can remove this. And I am gonna apply it just like that on an angle right in here. So the tape is gonna be up. I am gonna apply the hot glue. And I am gonna position it on the angle just like this. So now, when I remove the tape, we got all of this nicely glued. So now I am gonna trim off all of this, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, I'm gonna apply a little bit of glue in here. There, another glue. Okay, so this one is loose. I am gonna apply just a little bit of glue right here on the cover and glue this just like that. So whatever loose pieces you have, we can apply the glue directly in here. But you know, when you're using the tape, it's just that it seems like it's so much quicker. You can actually complete that step. So now I am gonna make another one and position it right here. So I'm gonna get another tape. This one will be a little bit longer. It's getting stuck to my fingers. So I'm gonna do another one on the middle, just so the tape doesn't shift on me. And I do have different type of cord, so I think I'm gonna use this one also. It's just gonna give us a little bit different look and different texture. So let me just stretch this. Okay. And I am gonna do the same thing. So I'm running the cord all across, just like that. And I am trying to keep this close as I can. So because the paper, the cover paper I'm using is more of a natural color, this is the reason why I decided to use maybe a cord or something like that, more of natural product. And now you can make this band as thin as you want or as thick as you want. It's really totally up to you. And maybe you choose to make different type of cover for your project, which would be fine also. Okay, I think I'm happy with this. Okay. So now I want to position this one this way. Now again, I'm running that glue kinda so we can grab all of it. So all of it is stuck, but if not, that's really no big deal, because we're gonna be able to glue it right on top of the cover. So now when I turn around, I position the way I want this to be glued, just like that, all the way around to the back. Okay. And now I can gently remove that tape. Okay. So let me check. It seems like everything is glued pretty well. So I am gonna trim this off here and here. And again, over here, I'm not paying attention too much how it's being trimmed. The only thing I don't want anything to stick out on the top. So in here, I am gonna trim it well. Now, I have some of those wooden pieces in here, which we can apply it anywhere we want. Maybe we can put a little pin right here. Just like that. I like the clock. Put it here. Those are the wooden pieces I purchased from Dollar Tree. I think that's just beautiful decoration. So we can place this here. And because we are adhering to this cord, the glue is going to get right in between it, and this will stay put. So I think that's enough for this. I tried to make it little bow from the cord, and I put little dangling things in here. So I will show you how I did that, but I am not too good in making bows, so I'm gonna show you how I did it. So let me just glue this in here. I think we're gonna just glue it right here. Just like that. So what I did, I wrapped the thread around three fingers, just like that. When I removed that, I just wrapped it around a few times. And I use this to hang the little wooden pieces. So we got this done, and we have one more thing we need to do. I mentioned to you that I want to use this, and I'm thinking to put this just like that on the top, on the bottom, and on the side to wrap this whole thing. And maybe not on the side. I think I'm going to do it only top and the bottom. Side might be too much. And if that frays a little bit, I'm fine. This is just going to be showing us that little time passed by and we are using our journal. So I am going to apply a little glue here. Okay, let's wrap this. Now we are getting closer to that spine. Okay, let's get towards the back. All right, so now we can cut this off and the bottom portion is done. So now we're going to do the same thing on the top. Just like that, but I want to start from clean edge. Okay, the glue all over my hands. Okay, now we're gonna do it around the spine, and let me get more glue. Okay, we'll get these boards. So now let's see. All right, and now we can trim these, and I am gonna trim them just a little bit longer, just so we don't have difficult time tying this up. And here is our finished project. I hope you like it. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed the whole entire experience. I think this just came out beautiful. I really love it. I am very, very happy with this. So we have a lot of pages in here. I think this came out absolutely gorgeous. And we finished with this expandable packet. I could probably make these a little bit shorter, but that doesn't bother me. So I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you so much for keeping me company, making this one with me. That was my first one, junk journal. I enjoyed it so much. I am so happy with the result. So whoever suggested for me to actually make this one, I am really grateful that you have done that, because this was a lot of fun. Thank you so much, and I hope to see you soon in my next video.